Hey guys, in today's video we'll show you our top quality multi-time frame analysis of main pairs for the coming week. So stay tuned. But before we continue, we also want to note that we have a Telegram channel as well, where we post signals and other top quality educational content. This week we made over 300 pips. So make sure to go down below in the description and subscribe. So here's GBPUSD weekly time frame. And as you can see, we have a very beautiful bullish candle this week showing that bulls are in control with its heavy momentum. Beautiful wick are sticking out, and then a beautiful big body. But what is more important, guys, we even consider change of our bias on this pair for the next week. But as you can see right here, right on this area, we had very multiple resistance factors, such as the key weekly level of effective resistance and the 50 EMA, meaning that we will expect some price action as we have the high probability of bounce back right from that level. But for now, let's go to the daily time frame. So here on the daily, we have a beautiful bullish price action as well through the break of the 50 EMA, and then price even came back, reject it with a long wick. But again, as you can see at the top of the chart, we have one key weekly resistance level right here, and then we have again key effective daily resistance, meaning that a lot of factors which will stop the price causing to bounce back. And what is more, to confirm our bullish bias on the daily, we would like to see a higher high. So for now, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 4-hour time frame, we could also see that price has made the same high right here. And as you can see, we have very beautiful bearish price action, and then price bounced back. The same high actually tells us the loss of momentum, meaning that bulls are losing steam. But again, what we expect for the next week, the best case scenario, is that the upwards movement right to the key weekly effective resistance level. And you should keep in mind that we have weekly 50 EMA right in this area as well. Then some kind of price action to confirm our bias and a drastic move back. And we could expect a drastic move back right to this key monthly level. But if the price will able to break right through that level and the weekly 50 EMA, it shows a heavily bullish presence. And then you could jump right into the momentum candle, as with a heavily bullish momentum, pullback could never came right to that level. But ideal situation will be break right to that level, pullback with price action. And then we could target right this recent swing high, which is a daily effective resistance as well. Let's move on. So here is EURUSD. And as you can see, we had another week where price was actually stalled in the range. As you can see, this purple area represents the effective weekly resistance level, while the red line represents the effective daily support level. So as you can see, this week we have some kind of a bullish indecision candle, with the wicks are sticking out from both support and resistance, and then price generally stopped in this given consolidation. But as you can see, we have a trending market, heavily trending market, through the 3 green candles in a row, and then price go to the next market phase, which names consolidation. So we actually don't know how long this consolidation would be. So what is more important this week, we have candle is also an inside bar candle, which tells us some kind of momentum loss. For now we are in a range and we would like to see some kind of price action from both sides. For now, let's go to the daily. So here is daily time frame, and as we discussed earlier, we have a very tight consolidation right at this area. But what is more important, last 5 candles very tight, clearly showing the indecision of market participants. By the way, guys, you could see the beautiful pattern that we discussed in our second video about scalping. Right here, 3 red candles in a row, then boom, bullish engulfing candle, and as you can see, this beautiful setup. You enter right on this candle and can potentially earn around 88 pips. So beautiful setup, but let's back to our analysis. But what is more important, guys, that right on this tight range, banks and other institutions are accumulating their positions. Meaning the tighter consolidation is, the more drastic move from that consolidation we could expect in the future. But for now, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. If price breaks right through that level, right through that weekly level of effective resistance, as you can see, next level is pink, which means that the price will approach very key monthly level, and there is a high probability that price will bounce back from that level somewhere right here. But what scenario is more realistic and which we expect more is it break right through the daily effective support level, then retest with some kind of price action and other confluence factor which we will watch for, and then move right to the next daily effective support level, somewhere right here. But again, for now we need to wait for price to exit from that consolidation and see some kind of price action from the both perspectives, buyers and sellers. Let's move on. USDCAD weekly time frame. And as you can see, we have heavily bearish presence this week. Shows this beautiful bearish engulfing candle with minimal wicks and very big body. So we could apply our price action scalping strategy, because as you can see again, we are in a downtrend. We have 3 green candles in a row, and then boom, beautiful bearish engulfing. If you guys want to learn more about this strategy, go down below in the description to the video. We'll leave the link in the description. Again, as you can see, we have 3 green candles in a downtrend. Then boom, massive bearish engulfing. If we consider the wicks, it's obviously less than the 50%, but if not, it's around 50%, giving for us a beautiful sell signal from the price action standpoint. But again, it's a weekly time frame, and we could see that price approaching the 50 EMA as well, and we need to see more confluence factors in our favor to go short. For now, we see a beautiful bearish price action, and we have a bearish bias for the coming week on this pair on the weekly time frame. Let's go to the daily. So here on the daily, we have a picture-perfect price action, which we discussed in our previous Forex analysis. We have a beautiful price action right at this key level, where the weekly effective resistance and the 50 EMA lining up perfectly. So, and we have a beautiful reaction with a long wick, and then bearish price action, showing for us bearish presence and bearish momentum. What we want to see next week is at least a lower low. And if this happens, we could easily target this weekly trend line. But let's go to the 4-hour time. So as you can see here on the 4-hour time frame, we had a beautiful reaction to the 50 EMA with a long wick and then bearish engulfing candle breaking right through the trend line on the 4-hour time frame, which is picture perfect short setup. But what is more, price even then came back to reject the trendline area. But again, on the 4-hour time frame, we plot a minor effective support as well. So to move forward, we need to break right through that level, and then we could target the weekly trend line. So let's move on. So here is gold. And by the way, guys, we scalped gold this Monday and made around 200 pips. This signal was sent as a real-time trade alert to our free Telegram group, so make sure to go down below and subscribe. So as you can see, let's back to our analysis. As you can see, here's gold weekly time frame. And this week we have some kind of indecision candle reacting to the key weekly effective resistance with a long wick, and also taking some pressure on the bears. But again, guys, here's the key concept. We are in a heavily trending market through these 4 green candles in a row, meaning that around 1 month in total, bulls are in control. What is more important, in this heavily trending market, price could stall at this key area only for some time, and before easily breaking right through it, as market makers need to stall the price for some period in order to retail traders starting to go short, as they think that price could potentially reverse, but it's only to hit their stop loss and move big money further. So again, we have strong bearish bias for the week, for the gold, for the coming week. Let's go to the daily. So here on the daily, we have a picture perfect break right through this minor daily resistance right here. And then even price came back to reject it with a long wick, which shows a heavily bullish price action. And as you can see, then price stalled right at this key level. But again, we want to see the breakout and a pullback somewhere to this area with price action. Because gold, as you can see, always pulled back. So for more secure entry, we're only waiting for a pullback to enter the high quality trade. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 4-hour time frame, we could see a very key point of how the big money accumulated their positions. As you can see, we have a consolidation right here. Big money accumulated it right here. Then go up, and again, accumulation right here. Big money again accumulated their position. And again, this consolidation, mini consolidation right here. And again, we have a consolidation right at this area, at this key weekly effective resistance level. So all this shows big money are buying or selling the positions, meaning the position accumulation in that range, which generally means for us that move right from that level will be drastic. We will have or a breakout through this weekly resistance and a heavily upwards movement, or we just tank down right from that level. So here's US oil. In the game, the price stall in the area where multiple resistance factors are lining up. In this week we have an engulfing candle approaching the 0.618 Fibonacci level. Let's go down to the lower time frame. So here on the 4-hour time frame, we could see that price is well below the 50 EMA and making a higher highs and higher lows, which tells us some kind of bullish momentum and bullish price action. But what we want to see, as always, a price action right at this key weekly effective resistance level, right at this area. And we have, as always, two scenarios. We could break right through it and go up, or we could reverse from it drastically. Anyway, we should keep our eye on at this key area where the multi-resistant factors are lining up before entering the trade. So hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our Telegram channel, thumbs up, and see you next week.